Now, this is the second genre of literature. It is called prose fiction, right? So, what is prose fiction? So, the easiest way to understand prose fiction is to look at its subgenres. Its subgenres are a novel, a short story, or a novella. I think almost all of you are already aware of the word novel. You might also know that a novel has a story in it. And it is a pretty lengthy story. Novels are usually stories of big size. The second subgenre of fiction, prose fiction, is called a short story. Its name shows what it is. It is a story, but it is short in size and short in its scope. The next subgenre of fiction is called a novella. Novella is a story in between a novel and a short story. It is too big to be called a short story, but it is too small to be called a novel. So, what exactly a novel is? Novel is a fictional narrative that is long enough to be published as a book by itself. So, its page range can be between 200 words, 200 pages until maybe 1000 pages. Examples are War and Peace by Tolstoy is a Russian novel by a Russian novelist Tolstoy. Ulysses is another novel by James Joyce, written by an Irish writer, James Joyce. Pride and Prejudice, written by a British writer, Jane Austen. Over here, this phrase, fictional narrative, that might be new for some of you. We will discuss it in next slides. What is a short story? Short story is a narrative of small length that usually cannot be published as an independent book. The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe is an example of a short story. So the page length of a short story can range between, one page to maybe 20 pages maximum. You can understand one
Yes,
cannot
sir.
publish a book of 10 to 20 pages.
सर सर लेकिन सर हम इसको एक बुक में कर सकते हैं, a collection of stories, short stories, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Definitely we can. We can put a number of stories into one book, and then we can have an anthologized, an edited, or a collected volume of short stories. Novella. Novella is a narrative of in between length. So somewhere between 80 to 100 pages. That is a novella. The Old Man and the Sea probably is by Ernest Hemingway, probably is a novella which is very popular in Punjab, in Pakistan. Okay. Now you might notice that in a short story, a novel, or a novella, there is repetition of this word narrative. A narrative. A narrative. So the question is, what is this narrative? What kind of monster is that? Now, it looks like what we are saying is that a novel and a short story and a novella, three of them are narratives. They are narratives of different lengths. So, what is a narrative? Here is a definition of a narrative. It is a sequence of events fictional or non-fictional, told or narrated by someone to someone else. The person who tells that sequence of events, that person is called the narrator. And the person to whom that sequence of events is told is called a narratee. While the study of a narrative is called narratology. I just want to alert you to the technical use of this word narrative. It looks very much like a story, but the word story has become so common. You might have heard, even in case of journalism, people very often tell that they got a story. A journalist would tell her colleagues or his colleagues that she got hold of a very interesting story and they are going to run this story on certain TV channel. So story has become kind of day-to-day word, which is used for variety of purposes. Therefore, we do not use the word story as such when we are discussing the sequence of events in a literary text. Story is also a sequence of events. But we prefer to use the word narrative. By we mean the students who study literature, they prefer to use the word narrative for the sequence of events in the novel, in the novella, or in the short story. Now, what are the components of narrative? So the first thing before we start having a look at the components of a narrative, one thing which is interesting is that a narrative can be in the form of a prose or in the form of a verse. Sometimes narratives are written in poetic form, or in other words, we can say that sometimes a poetic text has a narrative in it. So if you have ever heard about a very famous epic called Paradise Lost by John Milton, that in fact is a narrative about the fall of Adam from the heavens. There are other such narratives as well, which are in poetic form. In this course, in Introduction to Literature, we are mainly going to focus on prose narratives. Let's move on to the components of narrative. The first component of narrative is called a plot. The plot is sequence of developments in a narrative or in a novel. The plot can be comic, it can be tragic. That means the story can produce some humor, or the novel can produce some humor. That can be one category of plots. The other kind of plots can produce some tragedy. So based upon that, we can say that some novels might have happy endings and some other novels might have unhappy endings. If you look for an example, the novels written by writers like Jane Austen. I just gave you an example of one of her novels. So Pride and Prejudice, for example, or Emma, which is another novel by Jane Austen, EMMA. These novels often have happy endings and they are comic. They do not necessarily make you laugh all the time, but they have a funny view of life. They do not necessarily produce the sad feelings in the reader. But then there are other novels which are by design tragic, and they are full of sad happenings and which result in unhappy endings. So one example of that could be, I can actually write over here, Thomas Hardy. In fact, most of his novels, but the one in particular, Jude the Obscure. An example of tragic plot in a novel.
एक चीज बाय करवानी है। कहीं भी अगर आप आसपास देखेंगे कोई यहाँ पे।
Please keep your mics mute, students. Okay. Another example of a tragic plot would be a novel by Dostoevsky. In fact, many of the novels by Dostoevsky. He is a tragic writer. Zanara Mirza has her mic. I muted it. Okay. She finished her call. Anyways, so Dostoevsky's novels, they are also full of tragedy. Okay. In fact, I will recommend to you when you some free time this semester in the spring break or later on, get hold of any of the novels by any of these two writers. You will really like reading it. Any question?
सर मैंने पूछना था कि ये इधर लिखा हुआ है कॉमिक एंड ट्रेजेडी, तो सर ट्रेजिक तो सर बताएं, जो कॉमिक्स तो एक अलग एक नहीं चीज सर जिसमें कॉमिक्स बुक्स होती हैं।
Oh no, it's not that. No, it's not that. It's not that.
Comics are in that.
No, it's not that comic. So comic books they are in fact a separate genre.
Yes.
And there is some disagreement among the writers whether comic books should be treated as serious literature, as hi-fi literature or not. Okay, so all writers do not include the comic literature into what we call, literary texts. They believe that comic books are either category of children literature or they are category of popular literature. Okay, children literature is included in serious literature, but popular literature is not. Okay, so that comic is something else. Here we are talking about the major literature which has comic plots in them. That is what we mean by that.
Okay.
Anyways, coming down to now the second component of a narrative. So a narrative also has characters in it. Characters are individuals. They could be persons, they could be animals in a particular novel or novella or a short story. There are two kinds of characters. Some are called round characters. These are the ones which keep changing themselves throughout the novel. Some characters are flat characters. These are the characters who do not change in the whole of the narrative. They remain the same. Usually, round character is the one that we also call protagonist. Protagonist is the main character in our narrative who undergoes a lot of changes, who changes in terms of his values, he changes his or she changes her values, or they change their point of view, or they change in terms of their financial status, or in many other things, in terms of their relationships, in many other things. And the last component of a narrative is called setting. Now, setting is that surrounding in which the narrative takes place. And settings vary a lot depending upon the kind of novel that you are reading. So the example I have been giving you of Jane Austen, generally speaking, this is what we say about her novels, that about the settings of her novels, that the setting of her novel is usually a drawing room. If not a drawing room, it will be, if not a drawing room, at least it will be a house. So in fact, people keep moving from one house to another house, sometimes being invited to parties, sometimes inviting other people to parties at their own homes. On the other hand, the other novelist that I just named above over here, Thomas Hardy, his settings in his novels or in the narratives that he builds, the settings are landscapes. By landscapes, we mean, fields, farms, deserted lands, long routes. So you can see a clear difference between the kind of settings that the writers can use. But these are not the only two settings. There are all the possibilities of settings. The setting could be a university, it could be a college, it could be a shop, it could be, it could be a sea, right? Many writers have written just about sea. Old Man the Sea, the novella that I just mentioned earlier, the whole novel takes place inside the ocean, right? So settings vary, but I hope you get what we mean by setting. Setting is the surrounding in which the narrative takes place, right? So students, today we learned that
Sir?
Prose fiction. You want to ask anything?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Is it possible that there will be multiple settings?
Yes, of course. Yeah. For the short story, usually the setting remains same for a short story because of the limited scope of that narrative. But for a novel, definitely there is a big variety of settings within the same novel. It's always possible.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. So today we learned, students, that prose fiction basically is a narrative of different sizes. If it is a bigger narrative, it is called a novel. If it is a shorter narrative, it is called a short story. If it is a narrative of medium size, it is called a novella. We also learned that a narrative is sequence of events which take place. And we learned that the components of narrative include plot, characters, and settings. That is the end of today's presentation. If you have any question, you can ask.